What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Celebration Cantina. We are on the road to Japan. We are only 88 days away from the start. Star Wars Celebration Tokyo. I am here with my good friend, Parade Rainer from Rain Corps, and we're here to talk about Celebration. This is the beginning of the road, the beginning of the journey. We're stopping by the cantina. We're sharing stories. We're having laughs. We're having a drink or two. But really, I am just happy to be on this journey. I'm happy that everything is booked for both of us, so we are locked in. My trip's non-refundable. It's happening. Uh, how are you, sir? Thank you for joining me here.
Hey, thank you so much for having me on the Celebration Cantina show. And I would like to say it again. I'm super happy to be here because this was my first step into podcasting on YouTube when you opened it up for the last Celebration Cantina. So it is my honor to be here once again to cover 2025.
And you know what? That's a good thing you say because we did meet on the cantina, and
We
it has
did.
spawned so much more. We did our Andor reviews together. We just finished the Skeleton Crew reviews together. We've done a bunch
Mm-hmm.
in between. You've launched your channel since then. You've launched Rancor clothing, and all this stuff will be linked below, and we'll talk about it in a second. But
Yeah.
this is the place where we come together. You know what I mean? I feel like Star Wars Celebration as a thing is pretty niche. Traveling to a foreign country is for Star Wars is even more niche.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but there's people out there who love this like we do. And it
Mhm.
can be confusing. There can be a lot of things that are intimidating with the
Yep.
convention itself, with traveling. And this is kind of the place where we talk shop, we compare
Yeah.
notes. And so if you're going to Celebration, whoever you may be watching this video, and you want to tag along for this journey, let us know. I am opening up Celebration Cantina for other guests. So if you've been to a celebration before, been to conventions, you've traveled abroad for this kind of stuff, whatever the case, let me know. Hit us up in the comments, hit me up on Instagram. And if you want to be on an episode, let me know. I'm happy to have you here. But Parade,
Yes, sir.
my friend, search your feelings. I'm kind of flipping this on you like you usually do
Yeah. Yeah. I
for
love it.
me. Let me ask you, what are you most excited for? We're just breaking the ice here. What are you most excited for at
Sure.
Star Wars Celebration Japan?
For Star Wars Celebration Japan, I am excited to see a bunch of my internet friends that I've made since I've started the Rancor channel, and even previously. I'm in Burgundy Squadron. There's a few of us. I know four so far going, and so we're gonna try to like meet up, maybe take a few pictures, and even just say hello because there's not many times where we do get to gather in one place. I'm also excited to see you in person. I know we've
Me
met in the
too.
past in person before, but I feel like just seeing you again is going to be a lot of fun. Other than that, I'm excited for merch, and I'm excited for trailers and announcements for movies. I know you're a big movie guy. I love the movies, and it's just been way too long since we've had a movie in the theater. We've had a lot of Disney Plus shows, but it's always hype to see those trailers. Play it one more time. The host or the celebrity who's
Roll it
promoting it.
again.
Yeah, yeah, and those moments of, like, we were all there in one place watching it, that is gonna be very exciting, and I said in previous podcasts that this year, the 2025 year, because they're moving away from the shows, this is gonna be the big movie push, and we're gonna get trailers. I hope we're getting trailers for, obviously, Mandalorian and Grogu, but what is it, the Denis Villeneuve? Or is it no, not the Denis
No.
Villeneuve, the Logan director,
Yeah.
um
I don't think they've even broke
you don't think
ground
so?
on that script or anything.
Oh, I'm hoping, or at least a tease of something. But, the Ray movie, right? That's another one. So I'm hoping we get trailers for that. And then hopefully they do a premiere of Andor there. That would be sick to be
Got to.
there for in a different country and watching hopefully the first two episodes of Andor with the community. And then with merch wise, I'm a big I'm an old collector, but I like seeing what the new Star Wars merch is, and I know we're gonna cover it when they release that for what's in the store, and get excited for some Star Wars stuff. So
I
those
love
those
it.
are the 2 things, 3 things: friends, merch, trailers. That's what I'm excited for. What about you? What are you excited
You
for?
know what? Pretty similar. I really do hope we get film news. Whether these films come to fruition or not, I don't know. But I like to be excited for them. So I hope
Oh,
we
yeah.
do get, you know, I I think Mandalorian Grogu, there's a chance we get some sort of behind the scenes thing at least.
Mm,
If not some sort of reveal trailer teaser. That would
Yeah.
be awesome. I do hope that there's a Ray movie announcement or update, and we can see Daisy Ridley and maybe John Boyega both on stage or something. That would be
That'd be
pretty
cool. I'd
pretty
love that.
great. Maybe they announce, I don't know. I remember there was a rumor that I think Idris Elba was going to be a villain or something. There's all kinds of rumors. Maybe we get a surprise. Is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for just the announcements in general. Movie heavy, hopefully.
Yeah.
Excited to see friends like you that I've made along the way.
Yeah.
Um, and then I'm excited to spend more money than I've budgeted. So that's that's inevitable. But
That's the one other thing too, talking about money is, like, we were looking at the guest list because some of the guests have been announced and, like, okay, well, are we getting autographs? Are we getting pictures? And, how much are they gonna be? But you had the date for that when that was the
yes,
prices were gonna be announced, right?
today is the 20th of January, which I should be publishing this video today. But photo ops and autographs are going to start to go on sale on the 23rd in 3 days. Um, it's quick.
Yeah. And
And
then
I,
already the money that we've spent for, like, travel and hotels, I'm like, "Do I add in do I add in a little bit more for an autograph? Do I want" That's another thing, do I wanna wait in line for an autograph?
it's a three
Because
day
that takes a big
con, you
chunk
know?
it takes a big chunk out of these cons. So we'll see. I'll have to think about it and put together a battle plan. For me myself, I do Fridays. I do merch day because I feel like that merch will get sold out by Saturday, Sunday. It's
Yep.
happened in the past. I just want to get that out of the way so I don't have that on my mind. And then Saturday is my panel day and kind of walking the con floor. And then Sunday, it's like, okay, we'll do another round, take some photos, shake hands with people and things like that. But that's my plan. It's always exciting, but yeah, the line thing is not the funnest. That's the worst part.
No, it's not. You're right. I have like I've always had like okay, I'm for sure doing, getting an autograph or photo op with this person each con.
Yeah,
This time it's not so set in stone for me. Like if they do announce John Boyega or Daisy Ridley, that's a gimme. Like I'll wait all day if
yeah.
I have to. But outside
Mm.
of those two, I don't know. I think that it could be a game time decision same day if like we're walking around and we see the line for someone is short
Oh,
and then
sure,
you just
yeah.
kind of like, oh, might as well if it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
not too expensive. Um,
yeah.
but I think we're pretty similar in as far as like our planning goes. First day usually is the merch day because one, things sell out pretty quick.
Yeah, they do.
Two, you just want to get it over with because those lines can be nauseating if you like if
Yeah,
if you don't get lucky. So usually that's the first for me. I'll probably buy some shirts. We'll see what they have in store for us. Usually they
yeah.
announce some pretty cool stuff. Initially they're
They
gonna
do.
give you like the basic key art shirt, key art lanyard,
Right.
key art tote bag.
Yeah.
um I'm hoping they have 10-year anniversary Force Awakens merch.
Ooh,
That's a
yeah,
big one,
yeah.
but there's a couple other things real quick though. If you
Mhm.
guys have questions about anything specifically, let us know in the comments and we'll make a video about it.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
address it in a video. I do have an old set of Celebration Cantina videos and Star Wars Celebration instructional video stuff that was just kind of helpful about what to bring, information about autographing and things like that. That'll still be relevant. Still the same company that does it. Um, so yeah, I think this being the first episode though, this is more of like an intro to Celebration Cantina, right?
Yep.
Um, there's a lot that we have to consider since we're going to Japan. One, we're
Oh,
not just going for celebration because that would be a waste of a lot of money for, a 4 day trip.
yeah. A 4-day trip to Japan is wild.
Um, obviously, we both live in California in the States,
Yeah,
so it's not just a quick little trip to Anaheim or something. So we both plan on going to Disneyland, right?
yeah.
Most likely. And those tickets are sold up, I think, 90 days in advance. So, like for me, I'm planning to go before celebration to the parks. So I'm
Right.
kind of tracking that. We still have a couple weeks where those
Mhm.
tickets are available for those days. Um, that's exciting. I am curious. I don't have a great knowledge of things to do in Japan outside of Disneyland and Star Wars Celebration
Mm,
still. My brother, who I'm also going with, he has more things that he's super interested in doing. I'll let him kind of guide that. But I am
yeah.
curious if off the top you have anything outside of the convention that you're like, I do want to or have to do this.
Yeah, well, I'm a big Pokemon fan too, on top of Star Wars and then the other fandoms that I have. So I'm excited to visit the Pokemon centers. So that's part of my trip is there's like a handful to see. It's all just Pokemon merch mostly.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to do that. And then the other one other thing I wanna do is go to, I think it's, Ashikawa? Oh, Akihabara. Akihabara. They have a bunch of, like, these tall buildings, and from floor to ceiling, all the stories, they have, like, stores and merch, and they're, like, all kind of individually themed, like, electronics and video games and things like that.
Right.
So, those things, and then my buddy who I'm going with, he wanted to go to this thing called the World's Fair, and that's actually just coming to Japan in April, and it's going from, like, April to October, and so they're just, like, having a bunch of people from all over the world. They said it's kinda gonna be like the Iron Man fair that they did in the
Okay, the
movie where
World
it's like,
Fair or
"Oh, floating
something. That's
card." Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah. So it's, like, similar to that. I'm actually not sure how far it is away from where we're
Sure.
staying in Tokyo, but he got the tickets. It was like $20 a person, so it
Pretty
wasn't
tight.
anything crazy. So even if it doesn't work out, he's like, "Yeah,
Like, yeah,
that's
it's
fine."
$20,
But,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. But other than that, I think we're just kinda open for we have an idea what we wanna do for the day. If we have the energy, we'll just be exploring. And so
Sure.
that's kinda what is my battle plan for being in Japan pre the convention.
I think that's, you know, that sounds like a fun time. And kind of similarly, I'm excited to try food. You know, I'm excited
Oh,
to,
yeah.
I'm nervous that I'm going to buy a lot of dumb, random, you know, things that I find, and that's okay. I,
Yeah.
I have a habit of doing that. And then sometimes when I come back from whatever the case, I'm like, I don't know why I
Right,
bought all
open
this, but
more.
hey, it's
Yeah.
cool. I am thinking though, like, you know, depending on a couple things, we'll probably try and do some sort of meetup. I know you and I have talked about maybe doing some sort of collaboration stickers,
Mhm,
which would
mhm,
be
mhm.
pretty cool. Um, Also, there's like quite a bit that we can make videos about, or I can go into detail about in further videos, like the transportation stuff, which is actually
Yeah.
really nice out there. Um, and then, like, you know, if you are abroad, I assume most people who are watching this video don't live in Japan. But
Right.
I don't know that. It's just judging off of the algorithm and what it's shown me. You know, there's different rules with bringing stuff back and all that
Oh,
kind of
right,
stuff, which
right,
we can
right.
go into. And then airport stuff. One, if you're watching this and you don't have a passport, obviously get on that quick because those times vary. I got
Yeah,
mine back in like a week. You paid for expedited, and yours took a couple months, right?
couple months. Yeah, yep.
Couple months. So it's all over the place. Um, I still need a good neck pillow. You know, still need new luggage. So those are things I'm lagging on. I want to get another air tag. So like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
those are all kind of things like the mundane stuff, but stuff you don't want to
Yeah,
forget about. So I think what I'll do eventually is another updated what I'm bringing video where it's like,
yeah.
you know, sometimes you have to make choices. It's easier for us when we're driving. We can bring whatever we want. There's not
Sure,
much
sure.
limitation there. When you're flying, everything costs. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I would say just overall, you know, I'm super pumped. I think that it's getting real because we're at the point where I'm like ready to request the days off officially, and you know,
Oh, you haven't done that
I
yet?
haven't. I need to. That's another thing I'm lagging on.
They're
Um,
like, "Actually, no,
hey,
we
look,
kinda need." No, that would be
I already told them, and they already said yes, but I
yeah,
just
yeah.
haven't formally submitted.
Formally put
But
in yeah, yeah, the PTO.
that, you know, and then just because it's so easy to think, I'll just wait for this, wait for this, wait for this, and then all of a sudden it's the weekend before you're leaving, and you're like, how fast can I get this that, and the other delivered, you know,
Yeah,
to my
yeah.
place?
I would love to do a video either here on your channel or even on mine
Sure,
of, like, how I traveled to Thailand, like, for just the plane ride,
a
because
great
there was
idea.
stuff that I didn't even realize that I needed or things that I heard tips on, and it really helped my flight experience a lot better because when I flew to Thailand, it was, like, 11 hours there, 14 hours back, and so with
Yeah,
Japan, it's gonna be similar. I think it's a little bit, further, maybe closer. I'm actually not sure. I think it's 11 hours, 12 hours-ish.
yeah.
But there's some things that you need to do to prepare yourself for that flight and things that you might need on that flight. And, yeah, yeah. So I would love to help anyone else, who is going to Japan or even in the future, in future videos traveling abroad that, I can show you guys what I'm bringing.
And you know, we all have various forms of various levels of experience here, right?
Yeah,
You've traveled internationally. I have not. I've gone on a, you know, a good handful of flights in the States.
same.
I've traveled here and there, my brother, who I'm going with, has never stepped foot on a plane. So like,
Yeah, which is
it's kind of all over
great.
the place. And it's gonna be fun to document that, and see how
Yeah.
he goes. I did consider like booking him like a cheap flight to Vegas just as like a,
Oh,
see how just
how does it go?
get your
Yeah, yeah,
toes wet,
yeah.
dip your toe in the pool.
But I think it's also a great story where he's like, "Oh, yeah, my first flight
I
in my
agree.
life was to Japan."
That's why I didn't, because that is a great it is a
Yeah,
great, story, and it's like, "Oh, if you
yeah,
go to Japan, what everything else, whatever, you've
yeah,
gone through it, my friend."
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but, I'm just excited to document this through Celebration Cantina. A couple quick things also. Again, if you guys have any specific questions or you just want to join the journey, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Follow me here.
Mhm,
Follow Parade at Raincore. We post
mhm,
a lot of stuff together. He posts a lot of great stuff, interviews. He does some good streams. I stream as well. So check us out there. But I
mhm.
also want to know what you guys are most excited for at Celebration Tokyo. Is it your first celebration? Are you even going to Celebration? Or are you just living vicariously through us? Because I have been there certainly before I started going to celebrations. I loved watching those videos. Um, but let us know. This first episode is going to be pretty short, pretty sweet. We just wanted to kind of introduce the Celebration Cantina coming back from the depths. We're about, we're 12 parsecs away. We are on the cusp of Tokyo. But yeah, I want to thank you for joining us. But also, I do think that you have quite a few things to offer. Things perhaps from Raincore Clothing that you could bring to Celebration Japan. You know, make sure you swagged out. So what do you got going on?
Yeah, I mean, you can check out raincoreclothing.com where you can get great shirts that I've designed and some of my friends have designed for the low, low price of 19.99. High quality shirts. I know Eli's gotten a few. I have a few, and they're great. You can also check out the Raincore Etsy where we make cool stickers. And there's the Volptex from the Critter Collective. I have the Raincore logo sticker and the Loth Cat, and very cute design by my niece Jolie. And then I also have a Tauntaun here on my other water bottle. So they actually do really well in the dishwasher if
I
you
do.
dishwash your stuff, and they hold up very well. And then you mentioned the Twitch Twitch channel,
Yep.
rain_core on Twitch. There's already another rain core and they're not doing anything with that, so that makes me a little upset. But I'm
Been
there
there.
streaming Star Wars Hunters if you're interested or just want to chat and have a good time. And then obviously the Raincore YouTube channel where me and Eli do reviews on episodes. I do interviews with people, and we're going to start doing clips and reels and having a good time there. So please make sure you subscribe. I'm almost at 100 subscribers on YouTube, which is exciting. I'm just kind of building this thing from the ground up. So any support would be great. And again, if you guys comment here, we might do like a Q&A FAQ thing. Oh, and we also did a video on Star Wars Celebration on my channel where we covered the costumes.
We
Maybe we could
did.
drop the link
Great
in the
video.
description if you guys want to see that, because we kind of bullet point by bullet point by bullet point
Yep.
what to expect for costuming in Japan and their recommendations as celebrations as a visitor. So a lot of good stuff that you can find in my link tree below.
Yep. It's all going to be linked below. Also, go hit him up on Twitch. If chances are I got the notifications on, hang out with me in the chat. He is a lot better than I am a Star Wars hunter, so it's a lot more fun to watch him play than play myself. Um, but you can find me on Twitch, Uncle_Sheev. Similarly, there's a couple name variations I wanted, and you know what? They're just not there. And that kind of
Yeah, yeah,
hurts.
yeah.
So Uncle with the _Sheev is what it is. We play a lot of stuff. So just hit us there. Hit me up on Instagram, Fan Awakens. On TikTok, probably not, but maybe if it sticks around, I
I'm
might
moving
feel
that.
bad about not posting there. But you know, we're just here to have a good time. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope your trips are all wonderful, and I hope you join us on this
Mhm.
journey. But until the next time, I'm going to ask you, my friend, can you take us out of here?
Yes, sir. Punch it, Chewy. Boom. Let's get out of
All
here.
right. See you next time.